So hey folks, what if I told you the South Florida condo market in 2025 is nothing like what most people would expect? Well, buckle up folks, because we're about to dive into a world where $1 million views meet unexpected challenges, and savvy investors are finding hidden gems in the most surprising places. Hi, I'm Kevin Morris, and today we're exploring the roller coaster ride that is the South Florida condo living in 2025. So folks, whether you're an investor looking for the next big opportunity, a buyer dreaming of ocean views, or a seller trying to navigate this complex market, this video is your ultimate guide.
I am out here for you.
Talk a little bit about the good, the opportunities in the Fort Lauderdale to Delray Beach real estate market. The coastal stretch from Fort Lauderdale to Delray Beach is experiencing a dynamic real estate market in 2025. So let's kind of look at some of the reasons and some of the opportunities in this region. First and foremost is the population growth and the economic strength. Okay, this area continues to attract new residents, especially from the Northeast and the Midwest. Folks, Fort Lauderdale itself has seen about a 2.5% increase in population over the past year, while Boca Raton and Delray have seen about a 3.1 and 2.8% increases respectively. This influx is driving demand across various market segments, from luxury waterfront properties to more affordable inland options. Falling right in the middle of that are a lot of the condos. Second piece of it is price stabilization and potential growth. You know, while 2024 we saw some signs of some market corrections, 2025 is beginning to show signs of stabilization. Fort Lauderdale is projected to see a 5% increase in median sales price for single-family homes in 2025, and about a 3.2 to 3.3% increase in condo sales in 2025. Boca Raton and Delray Beach are also following similar trends with expected growth rates of around 2.4 and 2.5% respectively. Third big piece of this, or the third big opportunity, is investment opportunities for investor. The current market presents unique opportunities. In Pompano Beach, a savvy investor recently purchased a condo for 12% below its 2023 value and is now earning a steady 6.5% return through long-term rentals. Well, folks, we say it in just about every one of our videos. We go through it, and it's as true now as it was 3 years ago when we started bringing it back up. The rising insurance premiums. One of the biggest hurdles facing property owners in this region is skyrocketing insurance costs. I mean, folks, some communities have seen insurance rates hike up to 800% since 2023.
Say what?
A typical condo in Fort Lauderdale that paid $2,000 in annual premiums in 2023 may now be paying $14,000, $15,000, or $16,000 or more. The second big challenge are the regulatory changes and assessments following the Surfside collapse back in 2021, which I think everybody will agree is catastrophic and really underscored the need for some changes and for some additional modifications and some additional visibility to what's going on. The biggest thing that's come out of that, the actual separate special assessment for structural integrity reserves. It's called SIRS, S-I-R-S. What it really means is that money needs to be set aside to provide these structural integrity inspections on a periodic basis. There's a number of different legislation about it, but essentially what happens is every 10 years, the condos need to be inspected, and they need to make sure that they still meet the engineering and the building specs.
Did we get started on the upper level?
It really kind of comes down to something to being as simple as that in explanation, but a whole heck of a lot more difficulty in execution. I mean, for example, recently some owners in a 200-unit beachfront condo complex recently faced $150,000 per unit special assessment for necessary structural upgrades. Now, you ask me how this may have happened. Okay, it really kind of goes in with having to look closely at what's going on in the condo complexes. Is maintenance being done regularly? Are there regular inspections that are going on? Can you get a copy of those structural engineering reports that need to be done? Folks, if you're a condo owner, this is something you should be asking your association. Folks, if you are a want-to-be condo owner or soon-to-be condo owner, these are things that we're going to be asking on your behalf, working with experts like my team and I. These new laws require condo associations to maintain fully funded reserves for structural repairs, resulting in because this has been overlooked for so long. This is in some cases has resulted in an increase of over 30% in monthly condo fees across the regions. Folks, again and again, buyers and sellers and owners, you have to review your documents. If you're not sure, talk to your real estate attorney. If you're not sure, talk to your association. If you're looking to buy or sell, please feel free to reach out to us. We're not attorneys by any stretch of the imagination, but we do work with attorneys very frequently and can get some of those questions answered and get some feedback for you. The next piece is market uncertainty. The condo market from Fort Lauderdale to Delray Beach is currently a little more volatile than the single-family home market's been. Median condo values are down a little bit more compared to 2023. Okay, but inventory is up. about 14.5%. So it's starting to lead more towards a balanced market. The shift actually presents both challenges and opportunities. For sellers, it does mean potentially longer time on the market. The average days on market per condo in Delray Beach has increased from 66 days in 2024 to 89 days now in early 2025. Fort Lauderdale, the average days on market for condos is now 97 days. Folks, for buyers, this market shift offers more negotiating power and a wider selection of properties. In Delray Beach, the inventory of available properties, for example, in the downtown area has increased by 44% year over year. Folks, despite these challenges, there are signs of optimism. Delray Beach real estate prices rose 10.5% year over year through November 2024. And additionally, industry experts predict the number of sales will increase as much as 10% in 2025, which could positively impact local markets like Fort Lauderdale and Delray Beach and Boca Raton. The first unexpected trend we're seeing is a rise in the mixed-use developments. It's just we're seeing a growing popularity of all these mixed-use developments. So what is a mixed-use development, you ask? Okay, it's a combination of residential, commercial, and retail spaces. And what it does is it kind of creates an all-in-one opportunity. You can live, you can work, and you can shop very, very close to where you live. Okay, and it's kind of reshaping how many South Florida neighborhoods are offering a lifestyle option, especially for condo buyers. Next thing is the impact of remote work. The continued rise of remote work has changed what buyers are looking for in a condo. There's a growing demand for units with dedicated office spaces. We're seeing a surprising increased interest in suburban areas as folks prioritize space over proximity to urban centers. The other thing that we're really seeing is the luxury market, the resilience of the luxury market. Despite all the overall market challenges and market changes, the luxury condo segment, especially down in Miami-Dade, has shown surprising resilience. $1 million homes remain in high demand, bucking the trend seen at other price points. So some of the other factors that are coming into it, environmental factors and sustainability are becoming a huge factor here in the South Florida condo market. Okay, living in Fort Lauderdale and the surrounding areas, we're facing significant environmental challenges due to climate change, and particularly sea level rise, okay, and extreme weather events. Now, while we haven't been hit with a big hurricane since Irma back in 2017, but with 7 miles of shoreline and 300 plus miles of waterway coastline and a relatively flat topography, this region is especially vulnerable. Sea level rise over the past 150 years, the global sea level has risen by about 8 inches, with projections expecting to be another 9 to 24 inches within the next 50 years. I don't really know how that's going to play out. We're seeing a lot of newer buildings that are being built up a little bit higher elevation. They're kind of building up almost on a earth pedestal. However, the older buildings, most Fort Lauderdale residents live less than 5 feet above sea level, making them increasingly vulnerable to tidal flooding. Temperature increase. Okay, Fort Lauderdale is expecting, we've seen it. As we said before, we have 2 seasons, hot and damn hot.
It's so hot.
Okay, we're experiencing a rise in temperatures that's exacerbated by the urban heat island effect. What that really means is a lot of the building and a lot of the concrete that's in and the asphalt that's in there, it retains the heat, so it actually feels hotter than it really is. The number of days with highs above 88 has increased 36% over the past 20 years. Flooding risk. According to Climate Check, roughly 100% of the buildings in Fort Lauderdale are at a risk of flooding. On the average, these buildings face about a 63% chance of experiencing a flood about a foot deep in water over the next 30 years. The times, they are a-changing. The other thing that we're seeing is that FEMA is coming back, and they're continually revising every 4 or 5 years, revising what they consider to be floodplains. These floodplains are especially important when it comes to looking at the potential for flooding and the impact on your costs, especially your insurance costs. We're seeing in some cases that lenders are actually mandating now, requiring that flood insurance be part of the overall insurance package for a number of properties. Now, keep in mind, just because you're on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th, or 25th floor of a condo doesn't mean that the condo building itself may still not be within a flood zone, and it may require, in order to preserve that value, of that condo building, that a lender may require you to have flood insurance on the building, or may require the building itself to have a flood insurance policy. Check those things very carefully when you're looking at condos. And in response to these challenges, Fort Lauderdale and surrounding areas, they are prioritizing climate resistance. The city as a whole is striving to increase its capacity to withstand and recover quickly from climate impacts. The technology integration. Okay, as a former tech head, okay, in the form of a propeller head. This is very near and dear to my heart, and it's something that we've been looking at and waiting for a long time. Condo smart homes technology is really no longer a luxury. It's becoming a new standard in condo developments all across South Florida. From voice-activated lighting and temperature controls to advanced security systems, these features are really enhancing the living experience, and they're also increasing property values. One standout is, for example, is Tech Haven Residence in Coral Gables, where each unit comes equipped with a fully integrated smart home system. The residents there can control everything from the air conditioning to the window shades using a smartphone app. Newer developments such as Nativo and Andre residences in Fort Lauderdale are both luxury condominium developments, and are incorporating sustainable features and smart home technologies to address the environmental concerns. Nativo, for example, is a 40-story luxury condo with 384 fully furnished residents, and it's built for the short-term rental market and incorporates smart building technology and green innovations. It features high-capacity communications technology and integrated high-speed Wi-Fi throughout common areas. Okay, Andari Residences, a 45-story tower with 163 residences that were designed by Pininfarina, the folks that actually designed a lot of the Ferraris, and incorporates a smart home technology into each unit. There's floor-to-ceiling windows that open clear railings for unobstructed views, and potentially reducing the energy needs for lighting and climate control. And these are all designed with kind of a very distinctive wave-like appearance, okay, which may contribute to improved energy efficiency. Both developments are addressing environmental concerns through the use of smart technologies and sustainable design features. Legal considerations and concerns for condo buyers. We've been bringing this up in every one of our videos about condominiums and condos, and whether it's a short-term rental or a long-term rental. There are recent changes in Florida law have significantly impacted condo ownership, with the Florida Condo Law Bombshell 2025 introducing several critical changes. First and foremost, we mentioned it before, it's mandatory reserve funding. Condos are now required to maintain 100% of the total cost for repair in the reserves funds for any repair over $10,000. This is a significant change from where it used to be. There's no longer the ability to defer having reserves or to go back out and play three-card Monte with reserves. If you have a roof that costs $2 million and it's got a useful life of 20 years, then you're going to have a fully funded at the end of 20 years. It's got to be fully funded. It's $100,000 a year put into the reserve fund. This is a substantial change from the previous practices. As I said, where condo associations could actually waive or reduce their reserve contributions. Okay. The structural integrity reserve studies, we talked about it earlier. This came as a direct result of the Surfside collapse in 2021. Okay. Condominiums must conduct surveys every 10 years. And in some cases, it could be every 5 years, depending upon your proximity to tidal bodies of water like the ocean and the intercoastal. Milestone inspections. This has become a big issue for West Palm Beach County. Broward County, Miami-Dade County have already had it for a number of years. But buildings 25 years and older, if within 3 miles of the water, the coast, or 30 years or older for inland buildings, require structural inspections. They require these inspections every 10 years. These inspections are not just licking a promise. These are inspections where folks actually go through and take a look at it. The associations must provide full transparency into their budgeting and into the inspection results with clear disclosures of reserve funding and any potential deficits. Okay, buyers need to be aware of these new requirements and the potential financial implications. Folks, sellers also need to be aware of this from the standpoint of if you put your unit up for sale and you come to find out that your reserves are not fully funded, you may get a very unpleasant surprise when you're getting close to closing, when the title companies are going out and doing all of their due diligence, or if your buyer is financing, the lender goes out and requests copies of the financials and the reserves. I mean, for example, in Charlotte County, and this isn't just in South Florida. This is all over Florida. In Charlotte County, 168 condominiums built decades ago, at least 3 stories high, must now undergo comprehensive inspections. 3 years ago, this was previously unheard of. It wasn't even on the horizon. Again, this is something that needs to be focused on. Before making a purchase, buyers, you should review the association's financial documents. We ask for this every single time. It's part of what we ask for as part of making the offer. You also need to check the building's inspection history for any and make sure that everything is in good order for any upcoming required inspections. Also understand those reserve fees. This is also just as applicable to sellers, because again, you do not want to get caught halfway through the sales process where you may find out amount that you have a special assessment that's pending that you may be on the hook for. So the South Florida condo market in 2025 is a tale of challenges and opportunities. But here's a million dollar question. Whether you're looking to invest, buy or sell in the South Florida condo market, is now the time to act. The market is evolving very rapidly, and those who stay informed and move decisively will find the best opportunities. So will you be one of the savvy few who turns these market shifts into your biggest real estate win? Folks, reach out to us for a consultation on how to navigate this market. And don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis. Folks, the clock is ticking, and the next move is yours. As we say here in South Florida, no pain, no champagne. So are you ready to pop the cork?